Honestly, I do want to beat T1 getting my rematch. I feel like this series we should have won and we could have won. We didn't, and it's a bit disappointing from our end. We know we can win, so we want to rematch T1. But if for whatever reason we would have to be playing against Team Liquid, I think that would also be nice for us to be able to revenge our European brothers, Fnatic. I mean, what makes the game so comfortable for us is I think that we came into this tournament playing against a lot of really good teams, and we are able to, you know, be stronger than them and outperform them. So in the first series against T1, I think the main reason we lost was because we were very overexcited, and like maybe in doubt of like actually winning the series. And I think we started to calm down a lot more. Like I feel like the series today was a lot calmer, even though the level of the team is very strong, and I think that is the reason why we are doing so well. And my thoughts on 369, I think 369 played very well today, and also I think in general I feel like 369 is a player who plays very consistently good, and he will deny you, like for example, a lot of farm when he can, and like he uses his jungle very well. Like in game 2, I died a lot, or like I got pressured a lot by his jungler and him, and he played it very well. He denied me a lot of creeps. I mean, so far we have won, two series best of 5 3-0, and I think that's a very nice feeling. That's a very good momentum for us, and I think teams need to respect that, because if you win 3 games back to back, it's very good for us and against our competition, because they see less games of us, and we will have to play against every single opponent because we lost in the first round. Obviously, this gives us a lot of momentum. We want to take this series. We want to still stay humble, even though we 3-0'd an LPL team. We want to aim for, winning the trophy, and for us, that means having to beat every single team that comes our way. And it will not be an easy road at all, but I know we can do it. I know we have the skill to do it, and I know we have the confidence to do it. So my hopes are definitely very high. Well, I think mainly like the biggest number one reason of teams not picking off meta stuff is because it is just not the meta. So people are scared that, oh, when I pick this champion and it looks bad, he will definitely get a lot of bad feedback, right? And it's the same for us still. Like we still have this pressure on our backs, and we know that, oh, if you pick this and it's very bad, it's gonna look very bad. And it's not like we don't have these picks. Like we have it that the picks that are also bad, like in scrims, for example, we love to try out stuff. We love to see what is winning, and a good example is last split. We pulled off the Zac, the Rek'Sai, the Twisted Fate. We were like the very first ones to play it, and the same goes with Ivern. We were always like the first teams to play it, and that is because we have a lot of confidence in our champion. We practice these champions a lot, and we kind of define that meta. That is our meta. That is our identity as a team. And obviously, there's players who rather go to play the same champions that are meta for several different kind of years. For example, as a top laner, a lot of people play Gnar or Renekton as their staple picks. And for me, as a top laner, you wouldn't say like BrokenBlade is someone who plays a lot of Renekton, plays a lot of Gnar. And yeah, I think it's basically our staff and players are just these kind of players. Sometimes you have these type of players who are creative and are able to pull these things off, and I'm very glad that I am in such a team. Yeah, I think it was fair for most people to state this statement. I believe the reason why people are saying it is because I was the only top laner in Europe that consistently made it to the international tournaments, so they had to compare me with me and not with someone else. Definitely this year I have practiced my laning phase a lot. I have mentioned that I have worked with Afari a lot throughout the start of the year. Right now, I'm not working with him anymore, but yeah, I've taken a lot of things from him, and the ideas and like creative talks we had, it just made me realize how much more I can do in lane. I feel like my game IQ is very high outside of laning phase, and I think the reason why I could never use it or could never look good in these international tournaments was because I could just never get out of lane ahead or even. And that is a fair statement. I feel like this narrative is bad now. But that doesn't mean I should stop working. I feel like I'm just at the beginning of something great. And my cactus is doing very great. Thank you. It definitely impacted it a lot. We feel like we had a lot of, overexcitement going into the series. We were very hyped before going into the series, very hyped in the middle of the series. And we knew that, okay, after the series, and it was a very, very close series, we are good. We can play good League of Legends. So we were having talks of like, oh, let's just stay calm. Let's have a good game plan. Let's talk with each other, and not scream at each other. And I feel like these games are much, much easier to play when there's not a lot of overexcitement. Like there was many moments in the game where I'm like playing Zac and I'm eating forward even though the play is over, and like we're walking up against Ari who's like hiding behind walls when the play is already over a long time ago and stuff like that. And the learning from that was just that if you stay calm and we actually play good, we will just smash a lot of those teams, because I feel like we are just so good as a team, and we have a lot of good understanding of how the game works nowadays compared to last year. I feel like last year we played a lot of strong early game and then we tried to snowball the game of that, and now I think our game understanding is equal, if not better, than the teams in this tournament. Well, again, I think it's not as much about improving. Like, I feel like we came in with a high level in this tournament. Obviously, a lot of people did not anticipate us doing great or good against Eastern teams. There was a lot of narratives about, yeah, G2 is just going to get stumped again. And us in G2, we built rosters to win internationally. And yes, the last years were failures. And this year, I would like to believe it's different. We are aiming every single year. I was on G2. I was aiming to be the best in the world. And we have brought in Duffman. I think Duffman has been a key to understanding how League of Legends is played in a high level. He has brought in a lot of special stuff. He talks about a lot of staples in the game, and the biggest staple, for example, is just minion waves. I feel like we started, it's like such a simple thing, but like minion waves are just there every single game, and last year we didn't talk about them as much, and this year we understand how things work much better than last year's. And I'm very grateful for that. I feel like this opportunity we just can't give away. I feel like everyone is really doing very hard to understand everything very well and practice very hard. We didn't take a single day off yet in this tournament, so we're looking to really win this one. Well, not really. I mean, Yike is known to be very good on Iron. Let me go on the first question though first. I think the T1 against TL series, from my perspective, it's very strongly T1 favored. But it looks like T1 is having some trouble right now, and TL is obviously just kind of came by winning against Fnatic, so they are going to have high hopes. They're going to come in confident. And I think if Appa can get into Faker's head by all-shitting, maybe there's some stuff going on, I do think there is a chance for NA, but obviously they are the underdogs. I would hope T1 wins, because I want to get my rematch against T1. I feel like it would be very sad if you didn't rematch them, and then I feel like it was sad. But I'm open to playing as TL as well. I feel like they can be dangerous. Obviously, they are not to be underestimated. They beat our bros in Europe, the Fnatic. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. And for the Ivern, I think it was because it was played before in Misfits, maybe. I'm not sure. I get the reference. I saw a tweet earlier. But yeah, I mean, Ivern just looked very strong this game, and Yike was smurfing so hard on the Ivern, and I think we comboed very well with Camille, for example, and Cassante, which Ivern can up on. So was very happy with that pick. I mean, it's been honestly an amazing journey. I am very grateful I get to wake up every day to play with those guys. I feel like there's so much passion in one single room with these guys. I wake up very grateful to be able to play with those guys and also share my opinions and stuff. I think, yeah, I mean, winning today means a lot. It is also a proof of our hard work and our efforts to coming back and getting back the skill that we have missed, the gap that was so big to close over the years. And we want to obviously make Europe strong. We want to inspire people. We want to inspire the European players to, you know, do their best, because if we can do it, any other European player can do it. And I hope to lift the MSI trophy so we can inspire a lot of people in Europe and just keep winning year after year.